Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to your Lightworker power activation. Just going to invite you to take some deep breaths with me, focusing on bringing the air in and out through your belly. And just allowing that breath to be very powerful, very relaxed, but also very intentional. So breathing through the belly. And I'd like to explain a little bit about this power activation. This is not to get into your ego power. This is to access your true power, that is the power of love. And as you go through this activation, I'm just going to invite you to remember to breathe, and you may reach a meditative state, and so I'm going to ask that you set the intention to stay in your body, because it is very powerful when we as humans embrace our power. And I know a lot of light workers, when they do meditations, like to leave their body or do astral travel or whatnot. And so I'm just going to invite you to stay in your physical human body as you go through this meditation. Oh, you guys are beautiful. So many hearts and thumbs up. I love you all. Okay, so I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and focusing on your breath, taking deep breaths in and out through your belly, setting the intention for your power to be activated, remembering that this is your power of love, your true power, that is the power of love. In the process of remembering your true power, you may need to forgive yourself for any past or parallel lifetimes in which you misused your power. And so in this moment, just breathe with that. If there's any forgiveness that you would like to offer, now is a good time to offer that forgiveness for any time you may have misused your power. Knowingly or unknowingly, it doesn't matter. We release and transmute those lifetimes where power was misused. And as you release these lifetimes, you can feel perhaps a space opening up within your being. You may even locate a certain area of your body in which that space is opening up. Just pay attention to that. And allow the cellular memory of any past or parallel lifetime where you misused power to be released and transmuted. Continue to take deep breaths. Beautiful. I can feel some of you shifting already. Thank you. Beautiful. Another piece of this formula to activating your true power is remembering your value and worth. So we're going to breathe into this idea within your physical body. Some of you may be able to locate a place within your physical body where you feel value and worth. For me, it's in my heart. It's in my gut. It's in my root. Just pay attention to your body. And if you don't feel it in your body, that's totally okay. You can simply set the intention to remember your value, to feel your worthiness. Because if you didn't feel worthy, why would you exercise and express your true power? So we're going to feel your worthiness in this moment. And even if it lasts just for this moment, that's okay. I've set the container for you right now in this moment to feel your worthiness. Continue to breathe deeply in and out through your belly. If you're not familiar with the feeling of worthiness, it's actually not so much an emotional feeling as it is a knowing of your place on this planet, a knowing of your value, a knowing that you carry codes and information that are vital for Gaia. Whether you feel like a success in your life or whether you feel like a failure in your life, none of that really matters actually, because it's written in your DNA, your value and worth. Breathe that in. Allow your heart to open to your value. Allow your heart to open to your worth. Beautiful, thank you. Well, then the next part of this activation is to talk with your DNA. If you feel ready, let your DNA know that you are ready to reactivate your power. The power is already coded within your DNA. And it's just up to you when you are ready, when it feels like the right timing or alignment for you to activate your power. With the understanding that your power does not need to be fully activated all at once in this moment. It can be a process that occurs over time, several days, several months, even many years. Everyone is wired differently. You are unique and special. And please don't compare your path to anyone else's. Your process is yours. Your path is yours. Allow it to be in your timing with your alignments. Ah, thank you. Beautiful. Thank you for allowing that. Wonderful. Continue breathing. So you've set the intention for your DNA to reactivate your power, to remember your power. We're just going to ask your DNA now to unfold to whatever level of power you are ready for. Your DNA is smart. Your body is smart. Your spiritual body is smart. It's intelligent. It knows how much you need, how much you can handle, what you're ready for. It knows all of that, so you don't even have to worry about it. Just allow it. Allow it to unfold for you. In this process, it is important to realize that you are powerful. Whether you are still dealing with any issues of victimhood, energetic reaching, not feeling whole and complete within yourself, again, understanding you have within you the coding for your true power, which is the power of love. It's there. You already have it. Perhaps the most challenging part is digging through the layers of gunk that we've allowed to be built up around ourselves, releasing those implants, imprints, patterns, and programs that have held us back, that have gotten us confused about our power, releasing any judgments around power. Because here's the thing. It is time for the Lightworkers to stand in their power on this planet. In this now moment, it is time. And so to whatever level of power you are ready to allow, you are ready to embrace, you are ready to integrate and embody, now is the time to do so. Thank you. Another part of the formula for activating your true power is allowing yourself to feel your emotions. Emotions are not good or bad, wrong or right. They are part of you being human. And the more you can accept your humanity, the more you can feel your emotional body, the more you can use and channel these emotions for your power. And this includes anger, grief, sadness, joy, everything. It includes the entire emotional spectrum. So in this moment, I invite you to expand your emotional range, to allow yourself to feel deeper, fuller, knowing that you are safe, whatever you might be feeling. Continuing to focus on your breath, staying in your body. Allowing each part of your being to align to this true power. Allowing your spine to click into place. Any physical part of your body that's out of alignment, allowing those parts to slide into place. Allowing your emotional body to be aligned with your physical body, your mental body, and your spiritual body. This type of alignment allows for the expansion of your power. If you're someone who's already in touch with your power, you can allow the expansion by aligning all of your bodies. Thank you. I'm going to speak a little bit to the importance of being in the physical body. I don't know how to pronounce your name, Dayese. Thank you for sharing the video that we're doing right now. The importance of staying in your physical body. So a lot of light workers that I know, and myself included perhaps, although I've been working on this one big time, sometimes it's easier and more fun, more enjoyable to hang out in other realms. And, the higher we vibrate, the more we begin to experience these other realms and really enjoy hanging out in these realms. And in fact, sometimes we leave our bodies, and sometimes it happens while we're asleep, sometimes during meditation, sometimes during the day. And the importance of staying in your physical body means that you have more power. Okay, when part of you leaves your physical body, like if you're astral traveling at night and not all of you comes back, or doing a meditation and not all of you comes back, if you're not completely in your body, you have an energy leak. You're losing power. And my thing is, if we're going to make a difference on this planet, we need to be in our bodies, in our human bodies. We took human bodies, we took human forms so that we could be power agents of change, right? So if we want to be those agents of change, then it's really, really important for us to stay in our physical human bodies. Now, again, I understand this is not always an easy thing to do, because we do enjoy hanging out in those other realms and realities. However, and not to say like never visit those places, because we're always bringing codes and information if we do come back. But that if you don't know how to bring yourself back, then there is the danger of aspects of you, floating around out there, and not having all those aspects limits your power here. So I talk a lot about integrating your soul aspects, and that's something that we address in the Creation Temple. And if you're not integrating parts of yourself that have been lost or misplaced, or simply you just haven't gotten to that part of your spiritual journey where you're integrating those parts of yourself that are not yet in human form, then you don't have as much power here. And so it's not a judgment like if you aren't, fully in your physical body. I'm just speaking about this to bring this to your awareness and attention, that it's very possible, especially light workers who like to do the astral traveling thing, it's very possible that there are aspects of you in other realms and realities that are not integrated into your human reality. And it's not to say that you can't have those other facets of yourself. In fact, it's very important that you do, because we are whole, multifaceted beings, right? But the important piece is to put your human aspect in charge and integrate those soul aspects of yourself into the human experience. So this is something I've been working with a lot. And one of the recent things that has come up for me is this issue of anger. And I put a post on Facebook, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. It's been a little bit of a time. So those of you who are familiar with what I posted about that, I'll just give you an update. So when I was very young, I shut down anger. I was terrified of what I saw when people were angry. And it freaked me out. It was really traumatic, and so I just shut that part of myself down. And as I grew and evolved in my spiritual journey, there was a point in time where it came up for me. It was mirrored back to me. It was projected onto me, and it was nasty, and it was vicious, and again, really terrifying. This time I faced it, and I confronted it, but I was still very terrified, and I didn't really fully access it within myself. So what happened recently, some of you know the story with the inflammation on my forehead and my neck, is that I needed to listen to my body, because my body was clearly expressing something to me that I hadn't gotten the message. And so I finally got the message about anger. And since I've been working with the energy of anger, you can see my forehead's a lot clearer. It's now breaking out a little bit, but neck, a lot clearer. It used to be like really, really inflamed. There's still some splotches, and it's a minor inflammation, but a lot clearer. Oh, thank you, Jack. So the reason it was important for me to feel anger, because it was in my body. It was literally, that cellular memory was locked up in there. And as I've been going through this cleanse, it's been coming out. It's been coming out through my skin. And when I started to address it and confront it, my skin slowly is starting to clear up now. And I know I'm not, fully integrated with it. But I just want to share about it, because if you are someone who has avoided anger and you haven't integrated that emotion yet, it is important, and it's not something to be scared of. My experience with it was actually very surprising to me, because my only experience of anger as it was projected onto me and as I witnessed it was that anger was vicious, and anger is mean and nasty, and that's the part that terrified me. But when I got to the feeling of my anger, it wasn't mean and nasty at all. It was very powerful, very expansive, and because I had dropped the judgment of it, it was neutral, meaning that it wasn't good or bad or wrong or right. It just was this energy and this power that I felt. And that surprised me, because the only experience I had had with it was the viciousness and the nastiness. And so what I did to get myself to that point was I let myself know, and I did a lot of work with little Susie, my inner child, to let her know that it was safe, because she's the one that had locked it away, right? So I had to kind of go through her. I let her know that it was safe to feel it now, that I was with her. I wasn't going to abandon her in this experience, that I would hold her hand through it. I would answer any questions she had. I would comfort her, nourish her, whatever she needed. Whatever little Susie needed, I was there for her. So that was a powerful experience in and of itself, just to communicate with my inner child in that way, let her know it was safe. And when I did that, that's when things started to click for me. So it may not be anger for you. It may be something totally different, and that's totally fine. My point is that I had actually developed a spiritual bypass where I felt like, you know, I had done a lot of work around feeling the energy of anger and immediately going into compassion and transmuting it into love and light. And that's beautiful. It's a wonderful skill to have, but I missed the part about actually feeling it. So my point is that if there is an emotion within your repertoire that you have not yet integrated into your human experience, that is important. That's important for your power. That's important for your ascension path. You can't gloss over it. Like, there are no shortcuts on the ascension path. The things that you have to confront and face and deal with are different for everyone, but they're there. And if you try to, spiritual bypass them, or if you try to gloss over them and think it doesn't matter for you, that's a trap. And so if you want to be in your true power, part of that is feeling everything that you need to feel and learning how to feel safe with all of your emotions, learning how to know that you're worthy to be powerful, and learning how to talk with your DNA, all these things that we did in the meditation. These are important pieces of being in your true power. I trust that you found this helpful. Because I was, kind of in a meditative state with my eyes closed, I wasn't reading all the comments, so I will go back through and answer any questions that you have, respond to any comments that you have left for me. Thank you for being with me. Please share this video with anyone you think may benefit from activating their Lightworker power. And you may have noticed 2 links at the top. Thank you, Ellen, and thank you for the work that you do. That's very powerful. One is a link for a new service that I am offering, which actually aligns you to Source, and it's a very, very powerful alignment. And I will say that not everyone is at the place where they're going to be ready for this, because things may come up for you as you align yourself to Source. Any karmic dust that's between you and Source, we go through the multiverse, the universe, etc. There's a whole process with lots of steps. So if you are wanting to be in your true power, you're wanting to be aligned for faster manifestations in your life, to be more in the flow in your life, this service is for you. Again, if you are willing and ready to do that inner work to address anything that may come up for you as we do this alignment. And then the other link is, of course, the Creation Temple Retreat in May. And this is the retreat for finding your freedom. So if you're someone who has any feeling of stuckness in your life, or you're not feeling like you know your next step or what direction to go in life, if you're feeling a little lost, or you have blocks or resistances to the things that you want to experience in your life, or if you just want more freedom in your life, this retreat is for you. It is in Sedona, Arizona, May 19th through 21st, and it's going to be powerful. They always are, because it's what you bring, the transformation that you desire. That's what we'll address at the retreat. So if you feel called to that, you can go to the link I provided above and you can register. And if you want to attend but you're not sure if it's for you, you can send me a private message. If you want to attend and you feel like you have some blocks or issues in your way, give me your name. We're Monday during the Creation Temple meeting with the Master Creators. We're going to put all the names in a sacred container to pave the way for you to be here if you are aligned to be here for that retreat. So if you want to be here but you feel like maybe you have some things in your way, give me your name, either send me a private message or put it in the comments below, whatever you feel comfortable with, and we'll put you in the sacred container on Monday, April 3rd, I think it is. Okay, love you guys. Thank you so much again for being with me today. Thank you for activating your power, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah.